All right, in this third form that comes out of the Tomiki system, the walking kata, the Tegatana no kata, we're dealing with turning steps. So the rotational action and the steps coming primarily out of the hips, rotating in the hips to create turning action in the body. And that's a very useful skill to build up and to get sensitive to in working with your partner. So we're going to have Kyle again get right here on the big square. And this is the neutral point for each activity. We're just going to watch him go through the basic walking form as he steps over into this quadrant and a turning step. He's moving from his hips, rotating. He's turning the hip in and then coming. Now when he steps backward into this quadrant, he opens the hip. And then open. He opens the hip and steps back and then back, right to neutral. So it's all happening in the rotation of the hip to close the hip or to open the hip. Now, when we put it together so that we're both doing it at the same time, we get him on the neutral point again. And without any hands, again, he takes off. And the hard part of this one, as you reference point, again, the sternum, as he takes off, as he goes forward with his outside foot, you're going to go forward with your outside foot to parallel him. So it's basically going to be an off-footed beginning, and that makes it a little more complex. But as he takes off, I take off, and it's like I'm just trying to mirror his action. The forward step, it's the opposing feet. It's the cross-side foot that has to do it to get in parity with him. Now as he takes his back step, it's going to be the mirror foot that takes off with him and comes right at him. Good. To make that basic action. So be very careful with how you function with the feet here. You'd like to make these actions with minimal adjustment, with minimal get ready or shifting of body weight or any other thing. You'd like to be able to just watch his center of gravity move and take off directly with him. Take off directly with him, right here. He takes back. Good. He takes it back, and we're here. Good. Now again, we put the hands in place, and we're not only doing the visual reference point to do this job and maintain this spatial condition, but now we want to also feel it in our shoulders and feel his shoulders and his hips and the whole rotation take place right here. Yeah, and you'll feel it acting on you a little bit. And you'll be able to use that as a better reference point for preparing your action and maintaining the spatial condition. Just as we did before, we're going to then exploit it in a variety of ways. The most basic way is just on the forward actions, as he's coming forward, to go ahead and just extend him slightly. Extend him slightly. On the backward steps, to go ahead and compress him slightly. And compress him slightly. So just by stretching the step and the timing of his stepping pattern, we're just altering it by a few inches and making compression or extension. Now, is it possible to do the other job? Yes, as he's coming forward, we might also compress him. Watch that one. He comes forward, I compress him. Now, I'm taking that same opposite-footed job, but it's like it's chasing him a little bit. And could we also do the converse? As he goes backward, could we make extension? Yeah, like here. I begin to take off with him. This begins to travel. Let's do this same side again. He begins to travel here, and I begin to go with him, and I cut it short and come back. Creates a nice extension here. So he gets to feel my center take off with him and go in this direction, and then it retracts. Go, pull back. Go, pull back. And that little action, go the other direction. Yeah, that little action can be very dissettling for him, and his Kuzushi can be kind of extreme. Once we get all that sorted out, and you have it clear in your mind, you can compress or retract from either condition, forward and backward, and getting the feet sorted out, and getting the timing of the rise and fall, and these touches at the right moment for the centers of gravity to do the job. Again, the hands get to come in, and they just support the action of what the feet are doing. So he takes off around the corner forward. I extend him, and I just touch it lightly here at the inside of the elbow and outside of the elbow. Then we come back to neutral. We go the other direction, right here. We come back, compression, right here. We come back, compression, right here. And again, we could put these all over different places. It doesn't have to be at the elbows. Those are just convenient hooks or handles to work from. If we're doing the more compressive form on his forward action, let's go ahead and grip up again. He takes a forward step and I compress. I may want to come right here to the center of mass. I may want to change from the elbow right here to his center line and just place the hand lightly here. He can tell you that's a bad deal. If he's taking the back step and I'm doing the retarding or drawing back action, I step with him and then withdraw a little bit. It's a bit of a surprise. He takes the other direction and I withdraw. Whew. Just a little hand covering just on the inside of the forearm or at the elbow. Very nice. The hand staying open, lightly touching, accentuating the off balance. And remember, if you get in there too early, if you try to grip down too hard or make it a forceful thing, he takes that same back step and I try to jerk him into it. Not the same effect. He takes a step around. I try to get this. I do it in good timing. He takes a step around. I try to drive him into it. Whoa, he kills it instantly. Watch the difference. Nothing, something. Right at the end. Or I try something right off the bat. Ooh, he kills it. He shuts it down. So the timing of when you employ the hands has to be supportive of the overall activity coming out of the center. I love it when stuff works like that. So enjoy this. And remember, this is a wonderful innovation that Greg Abels has come up with. We've been privileged to work with him on it and develop a little handwork, a little Tewaza Kuzushi work here with it, and it's a lot of fun. If you have questions or problems with it, please feel free to drop me a line at Windsong Dojo. You can get us on email or just call us up, and I'd be happy to help you sort out whatever's going on. Thank you.